Hello and welcome to another Forgotten Realm gaming video. I am Telshaz, and tonight we're going to talk about the top 5 tech cards in Marvel Duel. And so this is kind of a subjective list. I'm going to have some of these that are honorable mentions. I'm going to have a few that you guys may or may not disagree with. Feel free to tell me what you think they are in the comments below. But based on my experience on the games I've played, what really seems to get the job done, these are my top 5 tech cards in Marvel Duel. So, coming in at number 5 is going to be Baron Zemo. And the reason that Baron Zemo is the number 5 tech card in Marvel Duel is when he dies, he defeats a random opponent with a cost of 3 or lower and summons a Hydra Elite soldier on the opposing battlefield. 3 or lower. I want you guys to think about all of the great cards in this game that are 3 and lower. Like this one, right here. You can just kill a staple in the Marvel Knights deck. Okay? Like the other staple that is now included in the Marvel Knights deck because of the changes to Banana Peel. Right? If you go over to the Iron Man deck, there are a ton of good 3-drops. Okay? On tempo that can die there and give you a shot. He takes out Carol Danvers. He more importantly takes out Kamala Khan. Okay? So there are a lot of cards that just go down when Baron Zemo goes down. You can completely kill a combo Miss Marvel deck. You can absolutely disrupt an Elektra deck. There's just some really good stuff that can happen with Baron Zemo. Why is he not ranked higher? Quite frankly, because against Hela, he does almost nothing against the Malekith combo. There are some matchups where he just doesn't have value. And you'll notice the rest of the cards on this list pretty much have value no matter what. Okay? So, the number 4 tech card in Marvel Duel, in my opinion, is also going to be from the neutral pool. So the great part about this is you can just run these over and over again. And it's Ant-Man. Okay? So Ant-Man's ability to dismantle a piece of your opponent's equipment at random, and more importantly, the fact that when you 2-star him, it's dismantle 2 of your opponent's equipment at random. And when you 4-star him, it's dismantle 4 of your opponent's equipment at random. This card can very much disrupt a Thor Guardians deck. You can take out Stormbreakers. You can do a lot of things. You can stop the Prime Armor deck from having a bunch of equipment. Ant-Man is just very good. He takes out a ton of things. Taskmaster shields, nanotech. There's all these cards that get disrupted by a card that you can run in every deck. So Ant-Man to me, number 4 tech card, Marvel Duel. Okay. The number 3 tech card in Marvel Duel, in my opinion, is going to be the Enchantress. Okay? So, Maverick, skills that trigger when the first time the only character on your battlefield takes action. Okay? So, when she's the last character left, right? Take control of one opponent with the lowest power and give them plus M power and guard. So, literally you get to a 1v1 or any sort of situation, a 2v1, and she just swaps and turns the entire tide of the battle. She's great to throw in against like a solo Hela deck. It's pretty awesome when you just take their only card and laugh. She's good to throw in against a lot of stuff. And she's never really played, so like people don't see it coming. You don't need to run 4 copies. You can run like 1 copy. Now, I will tell you that at 2 copies, she takes 2, and at 4 copies, she takes 4. The problem with this is that you have to get her to Maverick. What are the odds of you getting her to Maverick and your opponent having 4 cards on the board? It's just not great. Unless you play her by herself. So you can 4-star her and then just delete your board and then start the turn by stealing 4 of your opponent's cards. And I've done that. That's pretty fun too. So it's almost like a snap that you get to direct. It's a snap that you kind of have control over. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, number 3 card, not used enough in my opinion. You can do some really fun stuff with the Enchantress. All right. The number 2 tech card, Marvel Duel. The answer is Moondragon. Change the power of one character this card is facing to 1. Okay? So Assault. After the start of the battle, character's Assault will take action in order and trigger their Assault skill. Guys, you can change the power of 3 characters on your opponent's side of the board to 1. I don't think we need to really discuss it. That is absolutely tech. Okay? This works against so many combos in the game. Moondragon is very powerful. And the number 1 most tech card in Marvel Duel. I didn't say best. I said the number 1, just, tech card in my opinion, is because it's the most used. Iron Man is by far the most used hero in terms of one of the 3 heroes in your deck. Iron Man for mid-game, Iron Man for the Big Hero 6 shell of Madame Mask that kind of went away. Anyways, you're still seeing it everywhere in the model. Iron Man's commonly used, and because he's commonly used, you can tech this in almost every deck. And it's his usage that makes him the best. Okay? So, defeat the opponent with the lowest power and deal 10 damage to their adjacent characters. Again, it's an assault ability. It happens before everything else. Okay? And you can change this to, when you 4-star it, it defeats the opponent and deals 40 damage to their adjacent characters. So, Moondragon changes their power to be 1. Iron Man just basically deletes them. Just, you start the match with almost 3 less characters. Okay? And it's extremely powerful. As you know, you can get to the shop 6 and your opponent may have just faced you. They just beat you. You drop an Iron Man and now their Grandmaster had the lowest power in a Hela Malekith combo deck and they have no combo. Game over. Like, there's so many times that by the time your opponent realizes you played an Iron Man, they've lost. It's over. They're not going to get a chance to respond to it. Does that make sense? So in my opinion, it's Iron Man. So, at number 5, Baron Zemo. Neutral card. You can use him in every deck. Okay? Losing a little bit of value. He was higher on the list last month, but Marvel Knights kind of fallen a little bit out of favor. Elektra's not as prevalent. When Marvel Knights is the meta and it's all over the place and Elektra's all over the place, Baron Zemo might be number 1. Okay? Number 4, Ant-Man. Okay? Because it's valuable against everything. There's not any deck that it's invaluable against. It's valuable against everything. Okay? Nanotech's, going down is great. You just destroy one of these and watch your opponent lose like 60 power. It's phenomenal, right? Number 3, Enchantress. Only number 3 in my opinion because it's not frequently used. I think it can be used a lot more. I have a couple of decks built around Enchantress. I might make a couple videos on that at some point. I think she's very good. I do not think she's used enough. Okay? Number 2, Moondragon. It's Moondragon. And number 1, a card I see in literally almost every deck, Iron Man. Iron Man is awesome, and Iron Man should be awesome. If I'm being honest, Iron Man should be awesome. So, there you have it. That's it. Top 5 tech cards, Marvel Duel. If you're not familiar with them, if you haven't used them, they're good in almost every situation. I would start putting these guys in almost every deck list that you can build. Couple honorable mentions. I will mention the Green Goblin when you give him his Goblin Glider. So stun all the opponents. Okay, and then you've got the Goblin. Your characters take no damage when attacking a stunned character. That is super tech, but it requires 2 cards to be super tech. So kind of an honorable mention there, in my opinion. And then you've got some slightly other tech cards. Honorable mention to my boy Searcher. Maverick deal 3 damage to the opposing player. And so this triggers as an assault like at the beginning of the fight. So you can just drop a Searcher, say go, and win. It's incredibly tech. The reason it's not on the list, no one runs it. Just no one runs it. I never see it. If I have a copy of it, I would run it in my Malekith combo deck. I'm telling you right now. So when I get a copy of it, I'm going to run it. But it's super tech. Just go and you lose. There's nothing more tech than that, but no use is why it's here. So those are my honorable mentions for the video. I am going to do this series, top 5 tech cards, top 5 best new cards, that kind of thing, going forward here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's helpful. If you guys want to see me build a video of some of these cards in play and how they work and how they're used as tech, I'm sure I've got some footage of using them in some of my decks, and I can put something together to kind of show you some situations where they come in clutch and they win some games for you. All right, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. Otherwise, short video today, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it, and I'll see you on the other side of the realm.